turn this around the other way. So there we go. And then turn it this way so that using a better microphone. Hello everybody. Yep, I'm going to stay on here for as long as I can. But the special news is, as you've seen it, it is that the Oakland Athletics are helping the Forever Oakland movement, okay? The Oakland Athletics are helping the Forever Oakland movement to retain pro sports, specifically the Raiders in Oakland. Now, this is helping in the form of raising funds, okay? This is not any legal action at all. This is fundraising. Oakland says Oakland A's help raise funds for Forever Oakland movement to retain Raiders. That's the announcement. That's what's going on. And this is ahead of a press release that will come out, and very soon. And what's going on is that the way this is going to work is like this. It's going to work like this. Hey everybody, it's going to work like this. First of all, thumbs up please, before that one person who wants the thumbs down comes through again. Screw them. But anyway, the whole point is this, that the way this is going to work is like this. And Grizz Jones set this up. It's his brilliance. But there will be a special code that the Athletics are providing the Forever Oakland movement to buy premium seats for upcoming A's games for a 5-game package, okay? So that's how it works. And that's huge, and they're great seats. The press release, which is going to come out just a little after 1 o'clock Pacific, it's 3:51 Eastern, will fill you in. And yeah, this is absolutely huge news, and I'm about to tweet this out right now, because once I stop the live stream, then everything goes out. But I'm tweeting Raider Nation there, right there, and this is very huge. It's huge, and not only that, I should change the title slightly to add to retain NFL Raiders, because we're talking about the National Football League as well. All right, but isn't this exciting? I mean, you gotta give Grizz all the praise in the world for, I'm setting the meta tags on this page, for doing this and coming up with this idea. And you've got to thank Oakland A's president Dave Cavell for lending his support and go ahead with this. You know, that's what this is. It's a very exciting project. It's a very exciting assist, if you will. It's the first time I can think of where one Oakland sports organization has helped a fan movement working to retain another Oakland sports organization in Oakland. I mean, this is beyond anything, and not only that's something that a politician could have done, if you think about it. Grizz for mayor of Oakland? Maybe. But the bottom line is, it's exciting, it's huge. And I don't know how many times I can say it's exciting and huge, and I'm gonna go back and get your comments and read them. But if you could, please help, you know, spread the word on this right now. So yeah. So Raider Gan says, Zenny asks, Zenny, are there any NFL owners that also own a Major League Baseball team? That's not allowed under current NFL rules, Raider Gans. You can't do that. So, no. Is anyone getting my picture, by the way? Yeah, okay, there it is. That's not allowed, okay? Now, thank you, Barry. And Jason, hey, Grizz rocks. Me? I'm a bit player. And Jason Rivera asks, says, Oakland A's are the real players here. Aside from an ally that has been quiet for a while with their own ballpark, go Oakland. Vegas is bad for NFL and Raiders. Yeah, absolutely. And Raider Gammons gives a thumbs up here. This is really, it's really, again, I can't say enough how huge this news is and what the implications are, okay? I really can't. Right now, as I'm talking to you, Joseph Jones says, I wonder if the Warriors are going to get in on this. Good question. I think, hey, you know what? Send this to Tom Hanks. Let's get him involved, right? Because this is something that everybody should be involved in. And if it doesn't get celebrities like Hanks involved, I don't know what will. But, or other politicians, because frankly speaking, some Oakland politicians have been sitting on the fence on this, okay? And not, you know, vocal. Of course, we have to thank, obviously, Councilmember Noel Guile and Alameda County Supervisor Nate Miley for their involvement, right? And we have to thank as well just Raider Nation and people who are involved in Raider Nation who've never drawn together before as one. That's the biggest story here, right? So, and then, yeah, I'm actually, as I send this out, I'm putting this on Reddit. What I'm doing is I'm looking down and reading your comments, but I'm also putting this on Twitter multiple times. I'm putting it on Reddit right now, okay? Right now, under the Oakland section, okay? Oakland. And so that people in Oakland know what's happening. And I'm just trying to spread this around because it's something that people should not just know about, but participate in, excuse me, and be proud of. But yeah, that's how it works. And again, the press release will be out in 5 minutes. Now, Barry Lee says, I'm hoping that by August, the lawyers figure out whether or not there's a solid case for a lawsuit to keep the Raiders home where they belong. Joseph Jones says, my question is, why aren't the mayor getting in on this? She wasn't willing to spend our tax dollars on a new stadium. Actually, that's not true. She said she should definitely be using it for this instead of just staying silent. I want to correct you there. The plan was to use, it wasn't to use our tax dollars, but it was to use tax dollars that, if a structure were built, would normally go to the city and county for the project. You have to understand that right now, that entire land is owned by the city and the county. The plan that was proposed by Fortress and Ronnie Lott, not in that order, of course, had it such that the city and the county would be basically in between land and revenue, chipping in about $300 million, $350 million. So that's substantial. That's substantial. That, you know, ironically enough, when all is said and done, that's about what Mark Davis asked for to begin with. I remember when I first met Mark, he said, I need $400 million, excuse me. I need $400 million from the city. Well, that's close. That's close, you know. Interesting, isn't it? Quite interesting. Now, Game Tuts TV says, who is my favorite Oakland A of all time? Oh, wow. Billy Martin. Really, who's yours, Game? Raider Gann says, should send to all the local media except 95.7. Hey, Russell, how you doing? Joseph Jones says, I know she was leveraging the land for funds, but if she really wanted to keep Raiders, this is the best way to keep the Raiders in Oakland. Yeah, Joseph, you got a point there. Steve Collins votes for Catfish Hunter. I say Billy Martin. Billy Martin, Reggie Jackson. See, I go way back with the A's. I go back to the Charlie Finley days, all right? I go back to Raleigh Fingers. I go back to when Joe Morgan lived just a block from Skyline High School, where I went to school. And basically, I always forgot the street name, but you come out Skyline High School, you go down, you turn left down Skyline Boulevard, you cross the median, and the next street over there, you go down, right? That street goes down, and then it will curve to the right, and Joe Morgan's house is right there. You could see him playing tennis with Reggie Jackson. That's how far back I go with the A's. So the rest of you guys got nothing on me, except maybe Steve Collins. So, or maybe Game Touch. Game Touch says his is Raleigh Fingers. He met him a few years back when Sweet Stash. Yeah, Dennis Eckersley. Yeah, I always wanted to meet Dennis Eckersley. Joseph Jones says Ricky Henderson for him and Dave Stewart. Steve Collins laughs. Yeah, so it's hashtag Forever Oakland. Yeah, hashtag Forever Oakland. In fact, I need to put out a tweet that says hashtag Forever Oakland. And also, I need to put out a tweet that basically is attached to none other than the Twitter account of our current mayor, so that she is informed immediately. But I should have texted her on this, right? So I'm doing kind of a double duty thing here, right? I've got the talking to you. It's 3:59, and what I say is, in case you missed it, we stand with Oakland. Russ puts out says things are getting really interesting. So I'm following up here, and I'm putting this tweet out. There it is. Boom, it's out. All right, and this is shock the world time. You know, this is shock the world time, and that's what I'm going to do with this series of tweets, because it is quite shocking. It really is. And but again, the press conference, there is no press conference, excuse me. The press release should be out right now, right, Russ? Russ, let me go back to Russ. Russ says, we stand with Oakland, serving as the nonprofit sponsor. Raiders can contribute to 501c3. Yes. And Joseph Jones should also says they should also shut up the naysayers that the A's were the only problem with getting a new stadium. That's very true. That's very true. Russ Rivera says between 1 and 1:30 the press release will officially come out. And just going to adjust this just a little bit, right, like so. Push it down a bit. Excuse me, I'm just lowering this camera a bit. There we go. That's better. All right. Now, Game Touch says, I saw you in a Watch Mojo video when we were talking about Paula Deen. They were making a top 10 celebrity career meltdowns. Really? Hey, can you send that to me? Because my complaint, hey Go Warriors, my complaint to YouTube is that I don't get content ID rights because of some person in San Bruno who thinks I shouldn't have them, and I think that they're being ridiculous. And I'm going to keep making the argument, hey, here's why I need content ID, okay? So, and I'm going to keep making that argument unless, of course, like, you know what? I'm probably going to have to get a lawyer for this because they're allowing other people to violate my copyright. YouTube is, and this has got to stop. So anyway, please, if you find that, you said Watch Mojo. All right, yeah. Sorry, anyway, I got a little mad there. Russ Rivera says, Dave Cavall supports us having grown up in Cleveland, is my understanding. And Go Warriors says he's been gone for a while. Welcome back, Go Warriors. Game Tut says, I'll look and find that the timestamp. Hold on. Hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Now, for those of you just joining us, because there are 18 watching, 19 watching, the news is that the Oakland Athletics are assisting in the fund to retain the Raiders in Oakland, helping the Forever Oakland movement by having a special code for ticket purchases to a 5-game package. That's right. So for those tickets that are purchased through this code, 50% of that purchase will go to Forever Oakland nonprofit, a confirmed 501c3 that is charged with the activity of retaining the Raiders in Oakland. So that's what this is all about. So there you go. That's the news, all right? That's the news. And it's Rivera says 2 games are Battle of the Bay, Giants versus A's. Hey! Are you kidding me? I got to put that out on Twitter right now. That's enormous, man. Giants versus the A's. So technically, the San Francisco Giants are helping us. Technically, all right? That's something else. I'm putting a live stream right now, and I'm saying via YouTube, and then let's see here. I should put hashtag SF Giants as well. SF Giants and then Athletics, like that. Oops, that's too long. Wow. Well, I can see what's going on here. Let me take that down over there, do that, and that should do it. Now, and those games are always sellouts. Now, those games are not only usually sellouts, those games are some of the biggest of the year. They're as big as the Yankees games. You might as well say, hey, some of the games in that set will be the New York Yankees. That's how big it is when the A's play the Giants. That cross-Bay rivalry thing. So that's enormous. And yeah, Dave Cavall is a class act, absolutely. And Maniac says, Oakland Raiders, yee. Joseph Jones says, those games are usually sellouts, as I pointed out. Russell Rivera says that he has to use the coupon code for credit. That's right. Hey, Russell, how is that going to work? Is it going to be, if you want to buy it online, is there a special page set up for us to use? How does that work? Or you just go to the A's page with the coupon code? Oh, is that how it's done, right? Okay. I'm waiting for your response. So, oh, you found the video? Okay. Thank you. Game Tuts, top 10 career finishing scandals by Watchmoto. Joe, about 2 minutes and, yeah, thank you. I'm gonna, if you could put that, if you found the video, can you put the link in there, please? Wow, 4.5 million views. Yeah, put that link in there, please, because that really irks me. That's been used on morning shows. I got a call from someone and on Facebook that I was on the CBS morning show, and then I was on another morning show. I'm thinking, I didn't authorize that. You know, no one called me. So that bugged me, you know? That bugged me. In other words, and I got after CBS about that. I said, hey, look, if you are going to use my likeness, let me know. ABC was kind enough to, you know, contact me before they used my likeness, my video, all right? So, wow. Game Tuss doesn't let me post links. But it's on a page, right, Game Tuss? See, if it's on a page, all right? If it's on a web page, you can post the link. Oh, you're saying that this system doesn't let you post a link. All right, send it to me via email to Zinni at Zinni62. All right, there you go. Now, back to this. Raider Gann says, when was what are the dates for the Battle of the Bay so I can fly back home to support? Let me check that right now. Russ Rivera says, we'll be blasting coupon codes shortly. Follow us on Facebook, We Stand With Oakland. Okay, Game Tut says, gotcha. Russ Rivera says, Battle of the Bay is 7/31. That's July 31st and August 1st. So that's coming up. Corey Brown, just a few days before my birthday. Corey Brown says, if Mark just flat out opted to stay, could Vegas sue the Raiders for not fulfilling their end of the deal? No, not at this point, because they haven't signed the non-relocation agreement. They only signed the lease, okay? But they don't have anything to justify the lease. In other words, there's no stadium built. So it's that early on in the process, okay? It would be different once they sign the financing agreements that tie them, and those finance agreements are contingent upon the building of the stadium, right? Then it's done, okay? But absent that, no, not at all. We have to remember, we're not talking about God here. There's no cloud that's going to strike lightning down on the Raiders or anything like that. No. Let alone anybody else. So I'm just saying. Non-relocation. Right. Russell is right. He's absolutely right. Raider Gann says, if Oakland wins the suit to keep the Raiders' color and name, how long would it take to get a new team? Well, that's assuming Raider Gans, you don't know that a legal battle is going to go exactly like that, okay? I know that there's some people who want that, but the lawyers haven't made public what their intentions are at this point. I don't know what their intentions are, and I'm not sure they know either, because they're in the fact-finding phase, okay? So, thank you, Game Tuts. Joseph Jones says, if the city would just start building a new stadium, Davis would drop Davis would drop Vegas like a bad poker chip. Interesting. Might do that. Now we've got, now for those of you just joining, I noticed this, now we now have 24 viewers. The news is 25, excuse me. Welcome to Zenny62 live stream. Let me tell you what's going on. Thanks to the work of Forever Oakland and Grizz Jones in particular, the Oakland Athletics have agreed to set up a 5-game package that includes the Battle of the Bay, Giants versus the A's, such that you can buy tickets, good tickets, and when you buy them and you use a special code, 50% goes to Forever Oakland and toward its fund to retain the Raiders in Oakland. Isn't that huge? So basically, the Oakland Athletics are assisting, that's right, the Oakland Athletics are assisting the Raider fan group Forever Oakland, which is actually a coalition of fans, to retain the Raiders in Oakland, to raise money to do that. Got to be clear. The A's are helping to raise money in this way, all right? That's huge. Now, so, Rivera says exploring options, right? Drew Glaze says, do not want to be Browns 2.0. Go Warrior says, I watched the video, that ain't cool. Wow, now I got to see this thing on thing. Thank you. Thank you, Game Tuts. Anyway, now we've got 29 viewers watching. So, hey, for those of you who just tuned in, welcome to Zenny62. Let me inform you of what's going on. The Oakland Athletics have agreed to assist the nonprofit group Forever Oakland in raising money toward the retention of the Raiders in Oakland. And it works like this. There'll be a 5-game package, baseball game package, including the Battle of the Bay, pitting the San Francisco Giants against the Oakland Athletics at the Coliseum. And if you use a special code that will be provided for that 5-game set, or any game of that 5-game set, great seats, I might add, 50% of what you have spent for that ticket goes to Forever Oakland and to their effort to retain the Raiders in Oakland. That's what's going on here, all right? So there's the news, folks. There's the news, and I know more people come in, so I repeat this message as it comes in, but that's the news, and I'm waiting for the press release, which I have to go over, which isn't even out yet. I have to go to the Forever Oakland Facebook page for more information, and now I've got my, let's see here. I didn't get the email version of the press release yet, but I'll go, I think it's going to come soon, as I was told between 1 o'clock and 1:30. Now, let me go over to, let's see here. I'm going to the Facebook page right now, Facebook, and going over there. Need some water, folks. Let's see here. We've got, there's messages not up yet, but let's see here. But we've got, see all. Baloney, Manuel, Brown, I'm gonna do this another way, like so. Forever Oakland, there's Forever Oakland, organization, and I'm at the Forever Oakland page right now, and don't see it yet. I see the photo, I don't see it posted yet. There is the famous message from Mark Davis. Don't see it posted yet, so we're still in the news there. Let's see, go back to Russell. All right, I guess Russell's hard at work. Drew Glaze says He doesn't want to be Browns 2.0. Joseph Jones says, Zenny, is there a total amount that's needed for the legal fund? Right now, $25,000 is the goal right now. They are at about $5,000 as I speak. Go Warriors says, wow, the Giants also want the Raiders to stay in Oakland. That's cool. Thank you, Giants. Octavio Arias says, hey, guys. Hey, Octavio, how are you? He says, is this the announcement Grizz has been talking about? Yes, it is. Octavio, it is. And Paul Vingus says, I donate $25 to the cause to stay in Oakland. Go Warriors says, hey, Octavio. Octavio says, he said at 3:30. Well, he said range. He said 1:30 to 3:30. But the whole point is I'm writing this, Octavio. Yes. Yes. Now, here's the story, Octavio, because you just arrived. The Oakland Athletics have agreed to set up a system whereby you and I can purchase tickets to any one of 5 games or all 5 games. And if we use a special code that will be provided for great seats, by the way, 50% of what we spend will go to the Forever Oakland fund to retain the Raiders in Oakland. And one of the set of games, or part of the game set, that 5-game set, includes the San Francisco Giants battling the Oakland A's in the famous battle by the Bay. Yeah, that's huge. That's absolutely huge. So there's the news, all right? And Rivera says, GoFundMe is just for fans to be involved in part making history. We're working with legal large businesses everywhere for larger amounts. And hey, Russ, is there going to be a separate landing page for the... So you go to the A's site with a code, right, Russ? Is that how that's going to work? So Rivera says it will go to We Stand With Oakland as a contribution to the A's / Forever Oakland. Okay. But I mean, you go to the A's site to buy the ticket, right? How does that work? Oh, yeah. Rivera says, yes, A's site and coupon code. So you go to the A's site, which, you know what, is great for the Athletics because they receive even more traffic, right? Internet traffic for their website, which means a greater possibility for residual income in terms of merchandise sales, right? It's pretty smart. It's pretty smart. And Go Warriors says, yeah, and an A's site and coupon code. Go Warriors says, hey, Rivera, what about the 49ers to help with Forever Oakland? So how would that work? Because there's no battle by the Bay. In fact, you're looking at the guy that reestablished the 49er Raider preseason game that recently ended because of, you know, all the fighting that was going on. My God. But, yeah. Anyway, so there it goes. So anyway, we've got Maniac. How you doing, Maniac? Maniac says, do you think the Giants fans will help, or will they say let the Raiders leave? No, I think the Giants fans, you know, will help. They'll buy tickets, and just as anyone, there are a number of people in the Bay Area who believe that the Raiders belong in Oakland. A large number. A huge number. So absolutely not. Joseph Jones says, do you guys plan on talking with Uber, Facebook, or any of the other billion-dollar companies? Russ, that's a good question for you. I think it's a good idea. It's a very, very good idea. In fact, Corey Brown says, new Raiders Stadium in Oakland sure would be good. Even that current stadium plan looks better in Oakland. Yep. Go Warriors says, right, 49ers need the Raiders in Oakland. They do. Rivera says, anyone who has direct contacts to large corporations, feel free to help us leverage them. And actually, I do. So I have an idea. Glad you said that. Because sometimes I don't want to, you know, go too far in, well, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I get you. Vera says, I think the Niners want the market to themselves. Already advertising on billboards in Fremont. Wow, that's too bad. I mean, no one's just going to say, oh, well, the Raiders are gone, so we'll pay attention to the Niners. That's not quite how it works. That's not quite how it works. They'll do other things. A lot of people, I think, will give up on the NFL entirely. I really do, if that happens. Drew Glace says 49ers voted for the move. Obviously, they are not going to help. But you know what? Anybody can be swayed. I don't believe that you stop that and you say, okay, well, they did this once, and so they're not going to help us. You have to sell them. You know what I mean? You have to sell them. Joseph Jones says, sorry, Oakland Raiders or nothing. Ooh. And still about the process of lowering this. Hold on a second. Oakland Raiders, there we go. Perfect. That way I don't have to strain as much. I can be a bit more comfortable. See there? Now, so what do y'all think about this? Are you going to buy tickets? Say yeah. Let me know by yeah. Now let me go back and see. It's 419. Forever Oakland has, let's see here, it's 2. Let me see what's going on. Just hit. Don't see it yet. I do not see it yet. I've got, okay, that's different. That's different. But I don't see the press release yet. Nope. Got one from Marvel Entertainment. That's the only press release I've gotten that's new yet. And that's it. We're still waiting. We're still waiting. So what are you guys saying? Now, we've got Corey Brown says they may help talking about the Raiders. They did offer Shara Lee by talking about the Niners. I'm sorry. Go Warriors says, I want to, but young and parents won't help. Well, Go Warriors, though, but you can help in other ways by tweeting, vlogging, live streaming, adding your voice. You have to remember that social media is currency, too, okay? Not just, I mean, there's different forms of currency. So don't think you can't help. You can. Rivera says, support the town elephant and buy a We Stand With Oakland t-shirt. LX9933 says, just started my lunch. Has the press release occurred? Lawsuit? No, LX, here's the story, okay? The story is this, that there's no lawsuit, okay? As Russell will confirm, the Oakland Athletics have agreed to help raise funds for the Forever Oakland movement to retain the Raiders in this way. There's a 5-game package set that is on the Oakland Athletics website, and you can use a special code to buy tickets for any one or all the games within that set, and 50% of that purchase will go to the Forever Oakland Fund to retain the Raiders in Oakland. One of those games, or set of that series rather, is the famous Battle of the Bay, the San Francisco 49ers playing the Oakland Athletics. So Russ, that's more than one game though. That's like that's 3 or 4 games, right? So are we talking about mainly the Battle of the Bay being, you know, the majority of the games in that set? Just asking. So Benjamin West says, I'm buying tickets when the Raiders visit here in Philadelphia on Christmas Day. I will surprise my 2 sons with tickets to their first NFL game. Corey says, Benjamin West, my father lives in Philly. Go Warriors says, gotcha. I forgot about the, you know, the social media part. Joseph Jones says, Rivera, have you guys set a time limit on info gathering? Now, that's interesting. Hey, John Marks, welcome. How are you? John, let me tell you the story, all right? You listening? I won't talk until you say yes, or something like that. Okay, there he goes. All right. Yeah. Russell versus 5 games versus Chicago White Sox, Indians, 2 Giants, and Rangers. Okay, here it is. Now, the Oakland Athletics have agreed to assist Forever Oakland in this way. The 5 games, the Chicago White Sox, Cleveland Indians, 2 games versus the San Francisco Giants, and then the Texas Rangers are games that are eligible in such a way that you can use a special code to buy tickets to those games, premium seats, and that 50% of what you spend for that ticket will go to the Forever Oakland movement to retain the Raiders in Oakland. That's huge. That's huge. And, you know, we have to promote those games for the A's. That's the way that works. So, Drew Glaze says, Oakland Raiders with current roster, not going to support an expansion team. Rivera says, that's fine, Drew, to each their own. But that's huge. 5 games versus Chicago White Sox, Giants, and Raiders. Let me put that out there on Twitter. Okay. Let's see here. Putting this out, going home. Let's see here. Oakland A's Fund for Forever Oakland applies to following games. White Sox, Indians, SF Giants, and Texas Rangers. And I'm putting hashtag Oakland, and then hashtag, oh, let's see, Athletics. Athletics. Oh, it says Oakland A's fans. Athletics. Like that. Oh, let's see here. Oakland. I think I'll, yeah, do it that way. Boom. Got it. Okay. There you go. Oakland A's Fund for Forever Oakland applies to following games: White Sox, Indians, San Francisco Giants, twice to Texas Rangers. Got it? Now, let's go back to what you guys are saying. Let's see. We've got, is there any word from the city of Oakland, the mayor of Forever Oakland movement? No, nothing official, Barry. Nothing official. Joseph Jones says, players come and go, Drew, but the name and colors should always be in Oakland. Go Warriors says hello to Barry. Now, hey Barry, how you doing? Henry Plesey says, okay, let's say they will stay in Oakland. What can be done to make Mark happy? Well, build a stadium. We already have a plan to do that. And by the way, they should stay in Oakland. Thank you, Henry. Raider Gann says, Benjamin West, have you found a good Raiders club out there? I'm in Jersey, fan club. I'm in Jersey, 5 minutes from Philly. Wow. We got them from all over. Octavio's in Argentina. Raider Gann's in Jersey. This is cool. I'm here in Georgia. Go Warriors in Denver. John Marks is somewhere in the Bay Area. Wow. Benjamin West says there's a Raider club around here, and you can find it on Facebook. Rick Rice says, hey, Zenny, 2 stones? I went from stews to stones. How did that happen? Well, Rick, I'll tell you what you missed. I'll fill you in, all right? Octavio's in Argentina. All right, this is how it goes. The Oakland Athletics have agreed to help Forever Oakland, the 501c3 that's charged with the task of retaining the Raiders in Oakland, by allowing them to use a special coupon code, and us to use a special coupon code to buy tickets to the Chicago White Sox game, the Indians game, the San Francisco Giants, we play them twice, or the Texas Rangers, all of them. Use that special coupon code, and 50% of that money goes to the Forever Oakland movement to retain the Raiders in Oakland. That's pretty cool, huh? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now, Russ, do I have to buy all of those games, or can I just buy one of them? In other words, do I have to buy the entire set, like all 5 games, or can I just buy, say, the SF Giants, right? How does that work? Yeah, Rick says, wow. Yeah, Rick, that's a wow. Absolutely, wow. Wow. That is a wow. And Rick says, Zinni, I want to correct you. We Stand With Oakland is the 501c3. We are acting as a fiduciary against, okay, I got you. I stand corrected. You buy one game, buy all. So you can buy one game or all. I get that. Okay. You can buy one game or all. I get that. I get that. So, folks, those of you just joining, again, I'm going to explain this.
Message after the tone.
Okay, here's the post. The official post is now out. I'm going to read it to you. And it goes, breaking news for immediate release. Please spread the word, calling all Forever Oakland Raiders, first of its kind, Forever Oakland, we stand with Oakland Night at the ballpark is what it's called. Working with the Oakland Athletics. 5-game promo in making Oakland better. Come meet Oakland A's president Dave Cavall leading up to every game. 50% of all ticket sales goes to our effort. And so please go to A's fundraising link on our flyer to purchase your seats for any one of those 5 games. Enter our coupon code, and it's the direct help. It's direct help Forever Oakland, only in Oakland. So that's the announcement, and it's official, okay? And follow link. So I'm going there right now. Fundraiser by Russell Rivera. We stand with Oakland Legal Fund, which is now at 43.25 in terms of its goal. This is update. So yeah, so I see that story. I don't see. Let's see here. Auntie Pasto's Deli in San Jose stands with Stand with Oakland. Huh, interesting. I don't see. Let me go here. Let me see post. Got it. Wait, look at the post right now. Yeah. So please go to the A's fundraising link on our flyer, and they have the flyer. And there it is. And I see the promo. I don't see the link on the flyer. That's the thing I'm looking for. I see the flyer, but excuse me. I see the flyer, but I don't see the link. Let's see here. Forever Oakland. I see the flyer, but I don't see the link. Let's see here. That over there. And let's see here. That's the one thing. Let me get to, let me take this link and post it over right here. There's the link. That's the Facebook link. But hey, Russ, I don't see the flyer link to the A's page. I see the flyer, Russ, but I don't see the A's page link, okay? Now, we've got, let's see here. I don't see that. Raider Hernandez says, I need to donate 200 to the movement. Hey, Raider Hernandez, you want to donate 200 to the movement? Here, you can do it right now, right here. I can definitely, point you in the right direction, okay? Hold on a second. Here is that. If you want to donate to the movement, there is the link right there. There's the link right there. So there. Now, we have, who else is here? Okay, now we've got Joseph. He says he'll be back and want to make the video. Cool. Goal Warriors. Hey, I'm going to, it's 4:32. Wait a minute. And now the news is out. Okay, we got some more comments on Facebook here. While going to share the hell out of this Forever Oakland. Yep, definitely going to like that. I've already put the link to the Facebook page up. If you would go there, I like it. I'm trying to share it on my thing. Facebook's mad at me right now, I think. No, it's not. Hey, I've shared it. All right, the anger is over. I think Zuckerberg heard me. Stop messing with me, man. Got it. Now, right, so there it is. 5-game promo is there. They've got the listing and the dates. It's called Night at the Ballpark, all right? Night at the Ballpark. Here, have a look. This is Night at the Ballpark. See that? Ta-da. Isn't that cool? Night at the Ballpark. That's pretty cool. And you can, I'm gonna repost the link so you can have a look at it. It's right here. Bam. Okay. All right, so folks, it is 4:30. Okay, got it. You got it, bro. You got it, Russ. You got it. Russ says athletics.com/fundraising. Ah, okay, let me try that. Athletics.com/fundraising. Hold on a second. Athletics.com/fundraising. There. Athletics fundraising search. So you have athletics. It didn't quite send me where I wanted to go. Let me try this. Athletics.com. Whoops. Still not working. Athletics. Okay. The hell? What about Oakland A's? There's Oakland Athletics. Currently 31-42. Come on, A's. Official website. Hey, Russ, you might want to check and see. That might be MLB.com/athletics/fundraising. I'm saying because it's not athletics.com/fundraising directly, okay? So hold on a second. I'm straightening something out here. Fundraising. It's testing that. And waiting for the page to open. Yeah, you might want to check that because it's not.
Hello.
Yeah.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Check that. Definitely check that, Russ, because it's not giving me the page I was looking for. Okay. Not giving me the page I was looking for. So, hey, it worked for you. The site, I gave you links to the MLB page. Can you put that link? You mean that the fun? Yeah. I'm going to have to try it off. It might be just the browser that I'm working on is being a little ginky. But, hey, Russ, can you, you said the site you gave me links to, maybe it's / but you said athletics.com, right? That's what I thought you wrote, athletics.com/fundraising. Athletics.com. Try this again. Athletics.com. That's a / /fundraising. Raise. Got that one. And athletics.com fundraising just gave me this Google search. Oh. That's all it gave me. So I'm not, it's not coming up for me here. It's coming up as a search, but let me try something here. HTTP. There. Nope. Still not working. And that's / not /. So, something I'm not doing or something there. So, maybe Russ, if you could, yeah. You've done it 3 times, it works. But you said it's / right? I tried / Links don't work in chat. They do for me though. So Russ, send me the link by email and I'll put it up here, okay? Send me the link in email right now. I'll go to the email, I'll get it, and I'll put it here. Because all right, I'm back, folks. I had to take that phone call. Excuse me. I'm back, folks. I I had to take that phone call. Oops, got a little twisted around here the wrong way. Let me untwist that one. Sorry about putting you back like that. Yeah, I had to take that phone call, folks. So I'm back. I am back. Okay. Hey, Russ, I got the link. And it works, okay? That link does work for me. I don't know why it didn't come out like a link. Let me try something here. That's annoying. Hold on a second. Well, you know what? I was right. Russ. I was right, Russ. Look at this. Okay? You see that, Russ? Look at that. It says, what does it say? It says mmlb.com/athletics tickets. Okay, so it's not, you're wrong, dude. It wasn't athletics.com/fundraising. Dang it. Told you, dang it. Now I'm mad, man. I knew it. I know my URL stuff, man. Anyway, okay. We got it out of the way. Russ? Oh? No, man. But, dude, look at the URL, Russ. Look at the full one. It says http mlb.com athletics. That's the one that works. See? See? Yeah, but here's the thing. This is the link. Okay? That's the one we have to use, all right? And my point is that that works, all right? That works. And it's a little more complicated, but it works, okay? That's the URL. Because when I tried it the other way, it was like, okay. Then I got it. The bottom line is whatever. It works. It works. It works. It works. It works. All right? So, now, Drew Glaze says, you think millions of people are going to support an expansion team that will be in the gutter for years? Please. Not necessarily true. Now, Russell Reyes says, that's the long link. The shorter link and what was given to us is different. It works for me. Okay, hey, whatever works, man. It might be this browser. I don't know. Whatever. I think it might be the browser. However, whatever, it worked. The bottom line is we got them there. They can get there. That's the bottom line. So it's got to work for everybody, man. Now, where are we? This is huge news. That is the news. And okay, so now we've got that out of the way. I am going to say, what do you think? What do you think? This is cool. And I'm going to point out, I'm going to put another link to, I'm going to put this out now, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this information in. Thanks, Go Warriors. Hold on a second, folks. I'm actually going to put this. Yeah, John Marks, it definitely is a game changer. I am putting this prose that Mr. Jones wrote, okay, out for all to see. Here we go. I'm writing. Poof, okay. There. And I'm putting the link there. And I'm placing it. All right. And I'm putting the We Stand With Oakland Night at the ballpark. For all of the games and the promotion and the nonprofit promotion. Comma, go here. I'm writing the URL. The long one, man. Go here, all right? And gotta make sure we're here. And Forever Oakland. We Stand With Oakland Night. Working with the Oakland A's. Yeah, I got that one. So I've got it all there. I've got it all there. Installed. Now, let's see here. That flyer. Hey, Russ, is there going to be more of I'll talk to you about this offline. Okay, I have some ideas I want to share and do, but I'll talk to you about this more offline. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be back with more information later. Well, actually, not today, because I normally don't live stream on a day like this, but this is special. I might just break that rule today. So I'll be back. As I say, I'll be back. But right now I'm going back to your watch page here. Yeah. You now know the information. And yeah. Let's see here. Go Warriors says asking fans again to do it for another 15 years. All right. Folks, I'll be back later. I've got to go offline and take care of some other things, and then I've got to contact Mr. Rivera too. So hey, big news, huge news, folks. But I'm going to go now, and I will see everybody later. Okay? We'll say we'll be back later. Have to go. We'll be back later. Okay. Thanks all. Thanks, Russ. Okay. All right. Hey, thanks for thank Russ and those guys. That's huge. Huge stuff. By the way, I put the link in. I put the links in. I put the link in the description. This grip area of this stream. There you go. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys. Thanks a lot. I'm going to turn this around, and we'll see you guys later. All right.